5 seconds to go. Before I come to other points, I think it is necessary for me to deal with the substitute motion which has been moved by my honorable friend. Although it is in two parts, really, it comes to this that there is a suggestion that the coal target for the third 5-year plan may be revised upwards from the present 97 million tons. He said that this should be raised to 120 million tons and necessary transport arrangements should be made. If in our country our resources were such that we could find ourselves in an easy position, obviously we should always plan in a little easy manner our targets for coal production, transport, power and some other basic things. But we have to take a realistic view. If our overall resources are limited, financial and the like, we have to make optimum use of whatever those resources are and we have to fit in various competing priorities within the overall resources. This is a matter which was discussed at great length when we were discussing some days ago our third 5-year plan. The third 5-year plan has now been approved by Parliament after a very lengthy and a detailed discussion in both houses of Parliament. Howsoever tempting this idea may appear to be, namely that we should plan for more transport, for more coal, for more power and for a number of other things which are basic, they have to take their chance and they have to be fitted within the overall resources that are available. It is true that when the first exercise was made about the target for the third 5-year plan, the working group that was entrusted with this task came almost to the conclusion that the figure should be round about 120 million tons. But I would like to share with the Honorable House the processes that were gone through before the figure was arrived at. What should be the total requirement of steel to maintain a certain tempo of development in the course of the next 5 to 10 years? We had to start somewhere. So we started with steel. With so much more steel, what should be the additional quantity of coal that has to be raised not only to feed the steel plants but the additional transport that will be required for them. Therefore, I would differ respectfully from the suggestion, namely that it means only an additional rupees 100 crores for increasing the production of coal from 97 million tons to 120 million tons. If it were really simple, we could perhaps somehow or other find an additional rupees 100 crores, although every crore of rupees having been already taken into account, it will be idle to talk of such a large addition as rupees 100 crores. But it is not rupees 100 crores that would be required, but several hundreds of crores, because to utilize that coal, transport will have to be organized either by sea or by road or by rail. For the utilization of that coal, another heavy investment would be required in the form of consuming centers, in the form of other new industrial plants or power plants or the like. We must not be too much obsessed by the present difficulties. By all means, let us try to solve them. Let us not form an exaggerated opinion of the overall requirements from the temporary shortages that we felt towards the end of the second plan period. Let us not think radically in revising upwards the figures which cannot, I would repeat, be revised singly. They are a part of an integrated whole. That means really an upward revision of the total size of the plan by another 20% or so, which I think is a suggestion which I am afraid the government cannot accept. Therefore, I would submit that upward revision by that large quantity cannot be accepted, although it is tempting. If I take a purely administrative view, it is easy for me to say that this is a good suggestion and we should accept it. But we have to view that in the light of the overall requirements of the country, the overall capacity of the country to consume and the overall capacity of the country to invest, the financial resources and other organizational resources in order to be able to revise upward our total plan by that significant percentage. That I am afraid is not possible. Therefore, this figure of 97 million tons which has been mentioned in the plan has been arrived at after very careful consideration of the various requirements. Having said that much on the resources position, I would like to say that something about production. Honorable members have given a great deal of thought to it, and naturally the discussion has been somewhat discursive and a little overlapping, which was quite natural when we are discussing such a wide subject. Stop. दोस्तों इसी के साथ ही डिक्टेशन फिनिश होती है. काफ़ी अच्छी डिक्टेशन है. उम्मीद है आपने इसे अच्छे से ही लिखा होगा हमेशा की तरह. कंटिन्यू प्रैक्टिस करते रहिए, वीडियोस को लाइक करते रहिए, शेयर करते रहिए. आपसे मुलाकात करूंगा अगली क्लास में अगली ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर.